I kind of like making counters. I think it's kind of fun. I don't really like sanding them though. This one's backwards. Hey everybody, it's 7:30 on the morning of Labor Day actually. Everybody has the day off except I'm coming in to knock out some countertops for a big commercial job we have. Lift that up so it's the same height as this so I can slide it off by myself. Usually it's a two-person kind of thing, but I'll make it happen today by myself. We got 10 sheets here today, and so many of these we can knock out. My guess is at least half of them. Kind of stick together a little bit, especially when they got a little bit of moisture between the sheets. Okay, set that back down and we'll get to cutting. We got these blueprints here that we're going to be using. Now this section here is existing, so we're not doing that quite yet. We're doing mainly this section right here. And I want to focus on doing this first. We gotta do this today. We gotta do this today. We gotta do 2 exam rooms today. We gotta do all these windowsills today. Let's get after it. Here's a preview of what we're going to be doing in an upcoming video. I've been working on making these concealed gun cabinets, and we're going to be selling them at an upcoming event. And so I'll show you a quick preview of those in a future video. Please like and subscribe so I can share with you how they're made, and so you can make them yourself. Here are the fronts. And it's going to be a hidden storage cabinet we're going to make here. And here's what they look like. They're a box. We're going to install a magnet in there, install a magnet latch. So you have to use the magnet to open it. That way kids can't get access to it without the magnet. Then over here, we have these hidden concealed beams. The beams are a rustic, older beam. And then it has this would be on the wall like this, and this would be the bottom of it, but the bottom drops down, and these magnets will be fastened on there. So these will attach onto the section here to hang coats on, and then this door here folds down so that it gives access, and we'll have the ability to magnetize. Watch for those in the future coming up soon. I used a Festool track saw here and track to line up the size of the sheets I need to cut, and then I just make the cut and take them to the table saw for trimming down the backsplash or the buildup. In this case, instead of trying to cut this long piece on a table saw by myself, I just used the track saw to make the long rip. Okay, now we're going to rip this piece that we cut off down to turn on dust collection here, down to 1-inch strips. That way, when we glue it on, it'll end up being 1.5 inches thick. This is why here, once we glue this on, then we glue this on, It's the same thickness. That's all it look like. Let's get some clamps. I already plugged in the hot melt glue gun, so it's already heating up. I'm going to try to clamp this exactly flush. That way I don't have to do much cutting or routering. Just sand it off, if possible. Okay, so this is the wall. So we're going to hold this back a ½ inch from the end. This is going to get glued onto here. Like that. This is going to butt up against that like that. So I'll mark this. Cut it short. Got a step. Very important step. We got to sand this. Before gluing any surfaces together, you have to sand both surfaces and wipe down with denatured alcohol to make sure you have a proper bond between the epoxy. I had to make sure I wore shoes today. I'm wearing these Keens that the dust can't get through, because if you wear a tennis shoe, and I usually do, then the shoe will end up full of this dust. And it feels like you're walking in a sandy beach all day. It's not very fun. So usually when I'm making counters, I wear shoes that are gonna keep that dust from getting into my shoes. Makes sense, right? I put the stapled side down just so when you feel back here, you don't feel the staples. Let's go 22 3/4. Okay. We'll get the silicone, grab the hot melt, glue this up and get this one done. This is what I do. I always start with the silicone because the hot melt, if you put it on first, it gives it a chance to start to dry, and then the problem. Hold it under for about 15 seconds. That's it. There you can see we got 2 small counters going. We're gonna drag some more acrylic in here and get the bigger ones cut out so that we can start moving in that direction as well. I think we have a total of 7 counters to make today, and we got 2 done, so we got a lot more to do. It's starting to get nice out, so I gotta leave the door open. This one we're cutting a 73-inch piece. It'll be on the right desk side. So we'll cut it across that way, cut the backsplash off, build it up. About the time we get this ready to glue, the 2 that we already glued will be ready to be pulled out and finished. These counters are pretty heavy. This is probably, I don't know, 150 pounds. It's not a real big counter, but they still get heavy fast. Ah. This one's backwards. I can still make it work. Okay, let's clean it and glue it. Okay, let's take and fix this one here that we had a screw up on. When I flipped this counter over, I marked the finished side on the wrong side, so I added the finished side to this. Now I'm trimming it off to make it flush. Let's see how it looks. Okay, let's put the sander to it. I think we're ready for another one. Say we do this one. 97 and 72. These are 30-inch wide sheets, so we're gonna end up having to cut and rotate and glue back on. But that'll show you how to use the suction clamps too, which are kind of cool. So let's measure 97. 97. Cut that. Here I'm dropping the height so it's not going to cut in so far. It would then cut through my platforms. Oh, in the same height. Okay, let's cut this one at 25 and a half. Yeah. Gotta glue them up like that. What this is a pump, and it pumps through these pucks. These pucks right here make suction, and you can take suction to each one and clamp it together. It'll also clamp height-wise and together, which is exactly what we want here. Let's see if I can make it from here. Oh yeah. It's always a good day when I can do that. Usually I miss. That turns the pump on. Put a bead of glue down one side. Right back down the other. That way we know we got enough. See how that changed pitch? That's how you know you got the clamp with suction. Okay, that needs to sit and dry. So that's sheet number 3. This will be sheet number 4. That's about what you want that to look like. You see a little bit of a line there, but once they sand it down to 600, that'll about take care of it. So in 8 hours by myself, I started about 8 o'clock this morning, got done around 4, it's about 4 o'clock now. I've gotten these 5 sections cut out, glued up, and rough sanded, ready to sand. And I also got 2 more sections, the big L's. Unfortunately, won't be able to see these finished on this video, but please like and subscribe so that you can follow along and see them on the next video. Hey there, we just finished up the vet clinic I was working on the countertops on, and I wanted to take a second and show you how it looks finished. These are the counters that I was working on in the shop. And this is the corner that we did with the seamer, and there are 2 seams right here. You can't even see where they are, and I think there's another seam maybe here, but yeah, this is what it looks like. This is just one room of several we did here at the vet clinic. See you on the next job site.